2. Types of crops. Different crops are grown in particular seasons depending on the climate, amount of water available, and the soil conditions of an area. Crops can be categorized into groups according to the seasons in which they are grown. In India, Kharif and Rabi are two such groups of crops. Monsoon crops or Kharif crops are sown in the months of June or July and harvested in September to October. Crops such as maize, millet, soybean, groundnut, and cotton need a lot of water and hot and wet weather to grow. Winter crops or rabi crops are sown in the months of October or November after the monsoon rains are over. They are harvested in March to April. Sorry about that. Crops such as gram and peas need less water and dry and cold weather to grow. There is another group of crops that are sown in March and harvested in June. Such crops are called zaid crops. Watermelon and cucumber are examples of zaid crops. So there is one more thing a little did you know? Did you know India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China? Practice questions. Right, true, or false? A. Rice plants need a lot of water to grow, and so winter is the best season to grow rice in India. Answer false. B. All crops can be grown in any type of soil. Answer false. Question 2. Why is wheat sown in October or November after the rainy season? Answer. Crops such as wheat, gram, and peas need less water and dry and cold climate to grow. As you can see, this is wheat, these are grams, and this is pea. Question 3. What will happen if rice is sown in winter? Answer. Rice will not grow in winter because winter is not the suitable climate for rice to grow. As you can see, this is a nice, tasty recipe of rice. Yeah. Worksheet 5.2 Types of crops. Question 1. Write W for the crops sown in winter and M for those sown in the rainy season or monsoons. A. Maize needs wet and warm weather. Answer M. B. Paddy needs wet and warm weather. Answer M. C. Wheat needs dry and cold weather. Answer W. D. Gram needs dry and cold weather. Answer W. Question 2. Complete the table. Crop A needs a lot of water and warm weather to grow. Crop B needs less and cold weather to grow. Sowing months. Crop A, June to July. Crop B, October to November. Harvesting months. October or November, and crop B, March to April. Why are crops grown according to seasons? Crops are grown according to seasons because various crops need different temperature, weather conditions, and sufficient amount of water for growth. Question 3. Cotton plants need wet and warm weather to grow. Rahul sows cotton in December and Sona sows cotton in August. Who will not have a good quality of cotton yield? Why? Rahul will not have a good quality of cotton yield because December is the winter season and cotton grows in the monsoon season. Thank you. Alright, now let us see the types of crops. So you might be knowing what the type of crops are. But what are crops? Well, crops are grown on a farm. As you can see in this picture, these are crops. Crops are the similar type of plants grown on a large area for providing us with food. Farmers grow crops and earn money by selling them in the market. We buy these crops from the market to get food. So, as I said, there are two types of crops. First, let us see the examples of crops: wheat, rice, maize, and fruits and vegetables. Maize basically means corn. So, different crops are grown in different seasons. Based on the season in which they grow, crops are of two types. As I said, rabi crops and kharif crops. What's next? So, rabi crops. Crops that are grown in winter season are known as rabi crops. These crops are sown just before winter arrives, that is, in the month of November. They grow during winters and are ready to harvest by the month of March or April. Now, let us see the examples of rabi crops: wheat, barley, gram, and mustard. Then comes kharif crops. The crops that are grown in monsoon season are known as kharif crops. Monsoon season basically means the rainy season. These crops are sown at the beginning of the first rain, that is, in the month of June or July. They grow during monsoon season as they need plenty of water to grow. They are ready to harvest around the festival of Diwali, that is, by the month of October or November. Now, let us see the examples of kharif crops. So, the examples of kharif crops are rice, maize, millet, and soybean.